Okay, nice deep breath. All right, take a deep breath in all the way up. This time we're gonna squat, sitting all the way down here. Okay, so having just a little bit of release in those arms, release in that lower back, some balance is challenged right here. So that's great that you're up on those toes. If not, you can have, again, your hands to the floor. Let's bring that chest up, shoulders back. And you're gonna send those, I had to reposition here, some technical difficulties. And your feet are going to be right underneath your thighs or parallel. So there's some balance here. Can you inhale, lift up? Palms come together. And then exhale, relax. Hands are gonna go down to the ground. Walk your body all the way back to the seated position. Okay, getting out those hands a little bit. Let's focus on this core because really a lot of your stability comes from how tight your core is, how flexible you are in that core. We're going to have, I'll take it just from the side so you can kind of see what we are looking for. Your hip bones, you know how your sit bones and your hips are stacked, you want them to be as flat as you can. And that's going to relate to your low back. So we're going to lay back down, roll it down, and you want this pressed in. So from your hip to your rib to your collarbone, 3 kind of segments right there. You want to have majority of that pressing into the mat. So this is easy. If I lift up my upper body, that's going to bring the weight here. That's going to press that collarbone, back of the shoulders, all of this, what we would say imprinting or pushing into the mat. That's what we're looking for. As soon as I lift up a leg, the weight of that leg is going to press on here too, making the position easier, but maybe bringing up the challenge for what your abs are trying to do. Hands behind the head is going to do 2 things. Give me some support so I don't strain these muscles, but they also are weight. So this becomes resistance back here, making me want to lie down and lose that space. So purposeful that your chin is to your chest. You should always be looking forward. I rarely have you looking up to the ceiling. There's no need to be holding this here. This is actually going to feel comfortable, more comfortable. So you've got that front leg grounded, staying down. This leg is what we call tabletop. Elbows are out to the side, and you're just going to take that opposite elbow to the outside of the knee, elbow to the floor, heel to the floor, same leg. Elbow to the outside of the knee, tap the floor. So if you're just starting, you can go to the inside of the knee and not tap down. This is fine. This would be level 1. Level 2 would be in and then tap down. Level 3 is around and open, around and open, just generating more of the twisting position that we talked about. Exhale, twist and lower. So getting the core in this round a little bit harder. 8. And this, meanwhile, this opposite elbow just kind of floating. 6, breathing. 4 and 3, and that should be starting to get fatigued because you're holding up and twisting. Last one, bring both legs into tabletop, and then we push the bicycle. So this would be kind of what we say, shaking it out in the middle, and you're touching the inside of the elbows both times. Reach, reach, reach. Chin to the chest. Head is kind of what we'd say upright, like I could set something on top of my head. 10, 9, and you're breathing. Breathe through that. If it's burning and you need to take a rest, take a rest. 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2, and relax. Okay, relax, relax, relax. When you go to relax, you take a big inhale. You let that oxygen lift up your rib cage, expanding you laterally, arms over your head. Big, long, deep breath. Stretch that out. So you get a sense of what that intensity should be, and then you realize, yes, if I stop, it goes away. I'm not going to do severe damage. The pain will subside when I stop. So let's do the other side. So first part of this is lifting up, and you should start feeling kind of this upper portion of your core wall engage right here. Bringing my hands back is a little bit harder, so this is actually easier. So you see Pilates, we do this a lot, and it keeps your shoulders down away so you're not straining this. This time, front leg is up, bottom leg is down. How far that bottom leg is out is up to you. Option would be to have this arm down, and we go up and across. So whatever you choose here, this is what we did on the first one. Level 1, tap. Level 2, tap down. Level 3, cross over, tap down. So whatever version that feels okay for you, Then you coordinate the breathing. Exhale when you are against gravity. Inhale with gravity. Exhale. Bring it in and across. 10, pulling down this whole entire time, pressing into the ground. 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. You know we're going to run it out. This time on option, legs go straight. It's a little bit harder. Right, left. Make those legs nice and tight and strong. Dropping a straight leg. If that's too much, you can keep them down. You can be here, keeping everything in that middle compressed. Go 10. Oh, another option, reach across. 6, and 5. You can do this. Push through it. 4, and 3. Nice. 2, don't give up. Last 1, relax. Oh, that burn right down that middle. Arms over your head gently. Big deep inhale. Draw that oxygen into that working area. And you relax as you exhale. Nice and easy. That's what that should feel like on the core. Let's bring those legs just across the body. Open up those arms. Nice low back. A lot of twisting. I always give you the option, suggest, request that you take this segmented, I put some of these moves together. Go ahead, do this whole thing again. And then that memory will be kind of like, yep, I can get through this, flowing a little bit more. Maybe you pause it, do a few more in and out of the postures to really work on something. Yoga is a practice. That's what we call it. You're constantly practicing to get a little bit deeper, a little bit more balanced, a little bit more graceful in the movements, a little more centered. It's always something you can be tweaking, which is fantastic. You don't want to perfect it and go, yeah, that was just, everything was perfect and I'm done. You always want to be able to take it to a new level, but feel successful in what you've been doing. So once again, if that felt like, gosh, it was really challenging, I don't want to do it again, great. Then break it up. Maybe do segments of it. Keep this ab part for another time. You don't have to do it all together. Let's take this time, center your body all the way down that mat. And I would love for you just to completely relax and take a few moments to use your breath to help you focus and relax. So when you get here, you may feel that tingling sensation. The heart rate was up due to your core working. When nothing is asking for oxygen, you're not moving, your body has a sense to settle back into its original rate of breathing, heart rate, etc. And that may feel tingly, or it may feel like it's not quite there yet. That's totally fine. So what I like to do is just start at either the head or the feet. And let's start the feet today. I want you to take your focus to your feet. Maybe that means your big toe and you physically go through each toe, or maybe you're taking it the part of your foot, the arch, the heel, the pinky toes. Then you add some movement to that. Can you curl and straighten? Maybe you feel the snapping of the joints, a little cracking in the joints. That's totally normal. Circling your ankle, taking note if you've felt any tension, pain. You take a deep breath in and you just let everything be still. Relax, no movement here. Take one big deep cleansing breath, and every time you inhale, have some positive thought in your head, something that you really did well today. Take that in. As you exhale, you focus on the next joint. Your bony landmark would be your ankle. How do those ankles feel? Maybe it's your calf muscles. Maybe it's your whole entire shin, the lower leg. Breathe into that. You can point and flex that whole foot, and that will engage your calves. Your muscles up the front of your shin, called your tibialis anterior, they take a brunt of your weight. And then the faster you walk, the more movement. That can create shin splints, if you've heard of those. Breathe into those. Feel how great that relaxation is. You just stretch them out. As you exhale, you completely become still and relaxed. Every time you take these deep cleansing breaths, I would love for you to lengthen that out, count for a long count. Maybe it's 6, 8. Can you get to 10 on an even inhale and an even exhalation? And then you bring up your focal point right to your hips, your pelvis, upper thigh to that hip bone. You can kind of vision that. Sometimes if you just take your fingers and you realize, am I level at the hips? What is the pelvis? Is it relaxed? Am I engaging any muscles? Are you off to one side? A lot of times we are tilted or imbalanced. Try to think level, like you said, a bowl of water right at your navel, and everything is just level right there. Releasing any tension you may have, releasing those abs. You take a big, deep inhale right there. As you exhale, it's like you're deflating like a balloon. Relax. Chest lifts as you relax, and you realize that rib cage has its own set of movements, its own range of motion. When we do that cat and cow, that's a lot of mobility there. And you've got 12 ribs that are attached to the sternum, to the clavicle, to your shoulder blades, giving you that structure. There's movement there. So try to think of them as being flat against the floor, allowing your shoulder blades to make the most contact with that mat. And you're just relaxed here. No tension in that area, which brings in right to your shoulders, through your clavicle. You just want to be aware, are your shoulders elevated or are they depressed and relaxed? Meaning you've got space between your ears and your shoulders. And then down from your shoulders down to your elbows, that's your humerus, your upper arm bone, letting that make some contact with the floor. And then the radius and ulna, the two bones from your thumb and your pinky up into your elbow, letting those be relaxed. Let that arm feel heavy. You have even contact down the back of that arm. Take a nice big inhale here. And then let your fingers relax. Kind of maybe curl them inward, open them wide. Get some movement there. Breathing into that, become still as you exhale. If you are someone who has issues with sleeping, or you get up in the middle of the night, or you toss and turn, this simple, easy practice, and you can be as minute as you'd like to. You can focus on strictly your eyebrows. If you just think about, like, what are my eyebrows doing? Are they raised? Are you squinting? Can you soften your face? Take any wrinkles out. Take all the tension out through your jaw, through your cheeks. Even into your ears. If you start thinking about, gosh, am I up in the ears? Can I feel my own ears? You become very aware, and your brain then will only focus on that point and your breath. You go through your entire body, and I will find that I fall asleep before I get to some part of it. So if you're someone that can't sleep or want to take a different approach to your routine of going to bed, this is a great way to do it. And then the next thing is just to count. How long can I inhale? Big, deep inhale in through the nose, as if you're filling up a balloon that's inside of your rib cage, drawing as much air, making it as big as possible. You maybe count to 12, and then you exhale, pacing that out for the same amount of time. That is also easier said than done. And once again, the word practice, you take it every time and get better. That is practice. Let's bring those knees into the chest, and you're going to assist having a little more pressure and a little more contact point. If you roll side to side, that's as if you've given your lower back side a massage. Not quite the same, but you get the picture. That even little pressure rolling side to side, noticing nothing hurts. Now we grab behind those legs to assist ourselves into a seated position, cross them in front of you, and over the top we go. And let that body weight stretch out both sides. When you do the pigeon, this is what the leg is in, but then the opposite leg is behind. So if that's an option for you or modification you need to take here, go for it. But this should feel relaxing. If you can get those elbows in front and you're over the top. And let's sit up nice and tall. Press it back. And just, again, feel how great you feel, how stretched, relaxed, no stress. Feet come together. Let's come back to that forward position so you're nice and small, up on those toes so you have the balance. Let's bring those hands to that heart center. I challenge you to close your eyes here, or you're looking over your fingertips. Take all of that positive, good energy, all of your intentions. Nice big inhale there. Keeping your eyes closed. You're going to exhale, press into those feet, standing all the way up. Big inhale up to the top. Exhale, relax. And we are done. Namaste to you. Thank you so very much. Enjoy. Come back and practice some more. Thank you.